Hmm? Crowley's Apparel. Glad to be closed. What, again? Closed right in the middle of the day? Is he at the tavern again? Probably. Well, actually, maybe not. The tavern at this time of day? No, I think he's inside. Eh? I gently push against the door, and it opens. I knew it. Can we just go in like this? Most likely. So you're not 100% sure? Wait for me! Ah, hell yeah. Hey, Erzwan, you in here? I intentionally call out for him in a loud voice, as if my hunch is right. Whoa, there's someone over there! Looks like I was spot on. Selphine quickly hides herself behind my back. Erzwan, sorry to intrude, but we need to talk with you. There's something over there, Retona. I can hear some creepy creature's voice. He's like 12 layers into a hangover right now. It's alright, that creature's pretty weakened right now. The voice I hear from behind the shop sounds like the distillation of all the hatred in this world into a single audible groan. Ah. Hey! That hit the spot. Erzwan smacks his lips at the food that Selphine cooked up to help him recover from his hangover. I knew it. If you want seconds, just let me know. This man just experienced the greatest luxury of his life. A country's princess just cooked him up a meal to help him through his hangover. You'd better be grateful for that meal. Are you mad, Retona? Should I cook you up something too? I'm not angry, no, not in the slightest. Oh, this stuff just brings you back to life. Hey, Missy, how old are you? You sure know how to cook up a meal to sober up an old drunk like me. I just love cooking. And I've been cooking up stuff like this every time Retona gets to... I cover Selphine's mouth with the speed of light. Oh yeah, that's right, she drinks a fuck ton. Selphine, now that we've settled down, why don't we move on to the reason we're here? Why we're here? Oh, right. Please don't share information that doesn't need to be shared. No idea what's going on, but it looks like I owe you one again. You got a question? Shoot. Thank you. But before we get into that... A toast for us meeting again. As he declares it, he takes out a flask from inside his pockets. We're speechless. He just goes right back into drinking. Sarah, nope, can't say I heard of her before. She was the other girl who was with us yesterday. Well, I've never met her since yesterday, then. Basically, the only people I know are the customers of my shop and the regulars at the tavern. Is that so? I suppose she doesn't come to this part of town all too often. He does have a point. She did say it was a long time since she'd last had a meal at the tavern. Which means it's very rare for her to come here. Does this store also use that power grid? Okay, I need to give him a different voice before it tears apart my throat. You girls from a different power era or something? Of course we're using the power grid. Apologies, we're rather behind on information about this place. It ain't just this place. There's not a single place on this entire island that doesn't make use of the grid. You got your own issues to deal with, right? You need to look into that stuff or else you're not going to be able to follow the conversation. If you don't do your research beforehand, everyone's going to give you the evil eye, got it? Thank you for the warning. Damn, how many times have we been warned about this already? Anyway, so about Sarah, she's apparently working with Shevitz Enterprise. She handles changing the filters on the grid. Wouldn't she come here every so often for that? Nope, and she's with Shevitz, and all the more reason for her not to come here. How come? Men on this side of town doesn't come from Shevitz. Ours comes from Hives. Hives? That's right, they're the one and only rival of Shevitz. Instead of siphoning mana from the ground or mines like Shevitz,
hive is extracted straight from the air and purifies it.
From the air? The air here has no mana. We're in the outer pole, right?
But the border between this place and the inner pole's just full of it. I don't really get all the details myself, but the mana from the air, well, was it colored mana or something? See, colored mana isn't like the purified mana that you get from the ground. You can't just use it as is. Purifying that mana and then distributing it is what Hives does. Well, anyway, I don't know about their free time, but Shevit's employees aren't going to be coming here on company time, that's for sure.
So they're like electric companies, effectively. Then, do you know anything about a girl named Rune? Suddenly, I think he does. Hertzwan freezes. The moment he heard the name, he reacted just like the lady from the general store. Hertzwan took a large swig from his flask and breathed a small sigh. Please keep your tenses straight.
That's a pretty heavy name to bring out.
So was Rune really that much of a problem child?
Problem child? That's way too light. She was the devil's spawn.
Another comparison to the devil.
She took out my nephew's right eye. Really.
Huh? What? What do you mean?
Sorry, but I don't want to talk about this. And I don't want to spit on the grave of a kid who's kicked the bucket.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
Oh,
What's the matter?
Figured I really shouldn't stick in my neck where it doesn't belong, but you two did save my life and all. There's a man named Albus in Jevit's Enterprise. If there's anyone who can answer your questions, then it's got to be him. For the meantime, head to the tavern tomorrow. I'm sure you'll meet him there.
Does he frequent the tavern? Whoa! In an ostentatious boardroom, 4 men wearing suits were exchanging arguments. They were positioned distantly from each other as if they all had specified seats, leaving empty seats between all of them. One man stood at the edge of the room while the other 3 were seated. He had a gentle expression on his face as he argued with the others, with Sarah huddled close by him. Like I said, the original rule is that they must have 1 rest day as well as proper compensation for their work. Please stop dragging this old topic back up. Sarah, Rune? I know, but that was the old rule. This entire discussion is pointless. It's already been ages since its regulations were abolished. None of the other sisters have taken issue with it either. Sarah, what do you think about all this? Oh my god, so many voices. I apologize for my actions.
See, you're the only one who's being selfish here, trying to make an issue out of it.
Sarah, your actions here make me think you somehow misunderstood your very reason to exist. You're the property of Jevit's Enterprise. You do understand that, right? Yes.
I'm not saying that we simply let this entire incident slide, just that we need to reconsider who's responsible here. Good grief, Albus, just how many times do you want us to repeat ourselves? The point is, we don't even want to touch on the subject of the sisters altogether. You understand that, right?
Hey, you're Albus.
What's all this now? This was something we all decided on together. You're right, the go-ahead was given by each and every one of us. That was because on paper the numbers all looked good. Most of the sisters are working well as minors.
Sisters. So, basically, they're probably robots. And they're all probably clones of... They're all probably based on that Sarah. Or that Rune.
But the main reason why we allowed the project to continue was because Sid would take full responsibility for it. That was all in the contract, and you'd better not forget that.
But we, the board of directors, decided that something happen to Sid.
We all did. All of us decide that Rudo would shoulder the responsibility. He's the CEO of such a large corporation, and that position comes with obligations to match.
Just how long are you going to keep that attitude up, Crowley's? Oh god, it's Crowley's! In terms of sheer workload, he's handling far more than Sid ever has.
Just look at how many people have come to the meeting and maybe you'll understand. It's sickening. This is why we kept warning you. Look, just look at that sad face on it. It just makes things even worse. I swear, why did Sid even use that expression? She's obviously just doing this to spite us. There's a problem, fix it. Even better if we can just get rid of it altogether. Simple as that.
You know we can't just do that, right? That's why we're here talking about it. Sooner or later, moral problems like these were bound to crop up. I'm sure we all already knew that much. The way you talk is proof that you've lost sight of the real issues, and the only thing you care about is the numbers, the bottom line. Oh, morals, don't kid yourself. Numbers are everything. The bottom line is everything. This company isn't going to survive on charity. The numbers are what put food on your table, Albus. Calm down, you two. No need to get so worked up.
Heck, I'd like you to explain to me why we have to waste our time on something like this.
He makes a good point. While the arrangement is somewhat different from before, it is rather unfair that we continue to push all the responsibilities to Rudo. Knock, 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 knock.
Gentlemen, I apologize for the delay.
Rudo. No, that's the wrong voice. Rudo. Aha. And now we all get to learn why voices are so much fun on this channel. And it's because I can't do them that well, and they all sound super similar. Because now Albus and Rudo sound very much alike, and Mr. Grolius here is, not too different from anyone else. Chief, thank goodness.
Rudo, now that you're here, I need to get something off my chest. Every single one of the directors acknowledges your management skills. They're top-notch. We have no problems with your qualities as a leader. But look at the attendance for this meeting.
It's pretty sparse.
Out of 12 directors, only 4 are here. Not a single person from Lab 9 except Albus has shown up.
If Bothell and the others had matters to deal with, they would have been here otherwise.
Except it's only the 4 of you from Lab 9 that just won't shut up about this whole issue. Most of us in the board of directors don't even want to concern themselves with this anymore. Honestly, all the trouble caused by this issue is doing nothing but creating unnecessary friction between us, and I want no part of it.
I see now. The top 4 of Shevitz Enterprise spent nearly an hour debating with absolutely no real results to show for it, am I right?
What are you?
This incident notwithstanding, I'm sure everyone has personally felt the monetary benefits generated by the Sisters Project. Am I mistaken?
Well, that is true.
Sarah. Sir, I've already told you this. This silly compensatory pretend salary system has been annulled. Have you forgotten? Well, I do remember.
No, we've already gone through this. Sid's condition was that the sisters are supposed to receive payment in cash or in kind for their work rendered. The system allows them to choose either. In this case, as long as the on-site overseer gave the approval for the use of sediment as her payment, then that still falls within the agreement. Sarah did just as she was told.
I see, so basically, you're saying that I'm simply trying to just pin some kind of blame on Sarah, is that it?
What?
When I say compensation has been annulled, normally, you take that to mean that payment for your work has been scrapped, yes? The fact of the matter is that not a single sister has interpreted to mean payment in cash is no longer allowed. There wasn't a single one that came asking for the conditions about payment in kind. I believe this is proof that the sisters, Sarah's side, have understood the intentions of the board of directors and myself.
But
also, while I'd rather not bring this up in public, we aren't in the lab, Albus. Outside of Lab 9, at the very least, I am your superior. You will have to respect that.
I apologize. I'll keep that in mind from here on.
Moving on. Regarding this incident with Sarah. This will be discussed in votation tomorrow. I believe this matter is heavy enough to merit discussion. Oh, then that means this whole incident is your fault. However, everyone, you all seem to be making a very basic misunderstanding. Not once have I asked the board of directors about how to deal with the situation. All I've done is to sound the alarm. Perhaps some of you might have some kind of hidden agenda, or maybe it's simply a mistake on your part. I've given considerable thought regarding Sarah's actions. In any case, I consider this act to be tantamount to treason against the company. Oh shit! Rudo! I simply wanted to hear your thoughts on the matter. For it to have turned into some chaotic blame game, I'm not sure what to think. The entire board of directors may leave. I've noted your intentions and will keep them in mind. Ah, they fucked up. Sarah. Yes? Do you understand why I find a problem with the actions you took? I do. So you do then. Then why don't you tell me right here and now what exactly is the problem? It's because... Oh boy, that resolution is not that good. It's because I tried to take sediment without getting permission first. Wrong. It isn't? You don't actually understand the problem then. But The issue at hand is that despite your understanding of the concept of the crime, you willingly committed the crime regardless. Sarah? Yes? I will contact you once the board of directors has reached a consensus. Until then, return to your usual duties. Work harder to make up for the time wasted here. Understood. You are not allowed to leave your quarters outside of your shift. Yes, sir. Now pay attention to what I'm about to tell you now. Your room will not be locked, nor will there be anyone monitoring you. You are free to obey or disobey my orders. You can just throw everything away and escape. You can even fight back and kill Albus and I if you so desire. Think hard about exactly what you want to do from now on. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? I do. Good. You may resume your duties. Yes, sir. One more thing. Showing your emotions to me is an eyesore. Don't ever smile in front of me again. Oh, that's an order. Holy shit, dude. That's fucking cold. Understood. Holy shit, Rudo. That's a little intense. I wonder what Hertzwan meant by that. Oh yeah, by the way, Hertzwan, your dad's a dick. We have now established this. I can't say either. Rune, she has quite a history. We may have sunk our teeth into something much, much larger than we'd expected. Well, there's nothing we can do but head over to the tavern at the time Hertzwan gave us. Do you think we could head to the tavern before that and ask around? I don't see why not. Sorry, I just can't sit still like this. I mean, that's actually a good idea. Alright, I understand. Let's head over and ask the people there a few questions. We may run into someone who knows this Albus person. Yeah! Fucking love the song for this place. My goodness, it's this early in the day and this place is already bustling. But I think bustling's a good thing. Ah, fuck, did you have a voice?
Oh, ladies, you're back. I'm so glad you've come back. You are like two beautiful flowers gracing this little tavern of ours.
That's the voice he has now. You remember us too? You have quite the memory.
But of course, lovely ladies like you are such a rarity here. How could I ever forget?
Hey, y'all better listen up. We've just taken our last orders for now.
Oh. We ain't taking any more new orders, got it? Oh dear, sorry you two. Even though you've come all this way, looks like they're going to start prep for the dinner service.
No, actually, we didn't come here for a meal.
Huh?
There's something we'd like to ask. Would you happen to know a person named Albus?
Albus? Ah, you mean Albus Foster?
Oh my god, he has a regular last name.
Of course I do. He's one of our regulars here.
Could you describe what he looks like?
Well, he's a quite middle-aged looking gentleman. But he's got a real sharp mind. He's got a pretty high up position over at Everett's, if I remember. He really doesn't come as often as he used to, but when he does, he sits at the table over there in the back to have his dinner.
The waiter points out a specific table as he tells us. All right, you have my gratitude for the information.
Man, that guy. So that's how it is. So that personality of his was just an act? Real smooth operator getting two pretty girls. Damn.
What is this man even thinking? Just to make it clear, it's nothing like what you imagine. I swear, we're only looking for someone. The side comments are totally unwarranted. Ugh. Tony, your face is scaring me. She's gonna murder him. With at least one beer glass, maybe two. Well then, what should we do now? Our schedules are completely open until tonight.
Retona, look over there.
Huh? Rune!
Good afternoon, Miss Selphine and Miss Retona.
That's not the right one. My hair stands on end. Your face, it looks so lifeless. It's not that she has a lack of expression, it's as if there was no life in her in the first place. Can't explain it well, it's as if she's just a moving doll, it just feels eerie. Is she really alive?
I've been looking for you two. I sincerely apologize for being unable to meet with you both at the appointed time.
Rune's head seems to just be hanging there, not even a single hint of emotion showing. Yeah, she's a robot.
Rune, what happened? This is the sediment that Master Rudo was trying to hand to you earlier today. Originally, I was supposed to have presented it to you myself. I would be more than delighted if you accepted it.
Who cares about the stone? Just what happened to you? Just who is that Rudo anyway?
Master Rudo is my owner.
As she speaks, Rune smiles very slightly. Despite it being a smile, the way she does it without a trace of emotion, it's nothing but eerie. Owner? Why are you treating yourself like an object? As an object, people aren't meant to be treated that way.
I am not a person, I am a thing.
Rune replies instantly without a trace of hesitation in her voice. What in the world are you saying? Is that Rudo blackmailing you to do this?
Master Rudo has done nothing wrong, nor is he blackmailing me with anything. I am willingly in the employ of Master Rudo.
Oh.
As I am willingly here meeting you with you both.
What was that? It was a slip-up. As if a slight hint of emotion had returned to her. No way. No matter how I look at it, you couldn't possibly be doing this of your own free will. Milady. Come on, tell us, please. We might be able to help you out here. We're friends, aren't we?
I do not have the authorization to become friends with anyone. And my name is Sarah. I sincerely apologize for giving you both the incorrect name during our first encounter. Although inconvenient, I request that you refer to me by that name from here on. Well, I doubt we will meet again after this.
Sarah then bows once again after telling us that and forms another artificial smile. No, that's just... artificial. Yes, that's the right word. It had always bothered me since we first met. Every so often she would perform these strange, unnatural actions. Like every single movement of hers was calculated. All of her actions are artificial, manufactured. Like she was thinking of the proper response, the proper expression for each and every interaction.
I must attend to other business now, so unless there's anything else, I bid you both a good day.
What? Wait a second. Rune, Sarah, was it? Let me just say this much. No matter what you yourself think, Selphine and I consider you a friend. Sarah had started walking away from us until my statement stopped her. If you need us to help you, then we will do everything in our power. So let me ask you again. Are you being held against your will and being forced to work? Or is all this because you hold that man, Rudo, in such high regard? Perhaps she has her reasons, ones she can't disclose to others, or possibly ones that people won't understand. She's here of her own free will, supposedly. But as Selphine said, that couldn't possibly be true. However, People have the right to reject associating with others as well. If she insists that much, then we ourselves are limited on what we can do. If you no longer want us to get involved, then... Miss Rotona? She cut me off. I believe you are misunderstanding something. When a hammer is used, does it question its role as a tool? Does it curse its own destiny? I am not being made to work against my will. Once more, I will explain thoroughly so as to clear up any further misunderstandings. People are the ones who have rights, the ones who were given rights, and the ones who benefit from rights. For someone like me who has no authority, I do not have the right to reject people, as you so say. Likewise, I do not have the right to hold Mr. Rudo in high regard. That is because I am an object, a thing. Sarah continued to speak as if she were mindlessly dictating. Well, how could anyone possibly say something that sad, that tragic without a trace of emotion? This girl is no longer the Rune that we met yesterday. Now, have a pleasant day. And they're still not going to explain it. Just what could have happened? How could someone change so drastically? Sophine's eyes lost focus. Milady? I think I'm a little angry right now. Now that it's gotten this far, it makes me want to keep on meddling this, even if she starts to hate us. Still, she's just told us her stand on the matter. If you continue to get involved with her, all you may end up doing is getting her to despise you. It's not just that. Well, you did mention it before as well. Is she Rune or is she Sarah? Was her kind, cheerful behavior all from yesterday all just an act? What I'm sure of is that I want to know the truth. But at the same time, I want to know more about this country and the Outer Pole just as much. I want to know if they really do practice slavery here, or if there's any other discrimination taking place. And I want to understand why I suddenly want to know about all these things. It's a hero's heart, Selphine. Do you think we could accept any kind of discrimination? Bigotry, poverty, war? These are the things that have been eradicated from Rugzenheide for the most part. When it comes to slavery, even if we understand the reasons for it, our mentality refuses to accept it, no matter what. That doesn't matter, Rotona. Even if we can't change anything, we have to first understand the situation, or else nothing will ever happen. Selphine's eyes were filled with a level of dignity I'd yet to see in her as she gazed towards the direction that Rune had departed. She's going to do great things! Night. After Selphine had fallen asleep, I snuck away from the inn and headed for a certain place. Ooh, ominous. Got a hold of some interesting information. From what I heard, there's a cemetery near the mana mine on the outskirts of town. Holy shit, music. What is going on with you? It's not too far from where Selphine and I were carried to by the stray effect. About 10 or so minutes after making my way out of the forest, I came across something that looks to be a cemetery. The place seemed to be fairly well maintained. None of it seemed to be in particular disrepair. A cemetery in the middle of a forested area in the dead of night. Awfully creepy indeed. The thick fog added to the unwanted, sinister atmosphere of the situation. Oh boy. Well now. I pushed the gate open and take out the note that the innkeeper passed to me. Rune Jevitz. On the note was Rune's name written in their language. Now I just have to search the place from top to bottom and to find an engraving that matches. At the very least, I can be sure as to whether or not Rune, the little sister, has actually moved on to the next world. Are we grave robbing? 20 minutes have passed. The cemetery sure is large. Thanks to the fog, I can't tell how far I am from the entrance, but this is quite a large cemetery. Damn. Terrible timing. Just at a glance, it seems like I haven't... Whoa! Even explored a third of the cemetery. Really, this cemetery is ludicrously large. Do all of Cadia City's deceased end up buried here? In any case, I can't have the weather turn even worse on me. Need to hurry up checking the area out. And then we do. Not even 5 minutes have passed and already the drizzle has turned into a downpour. The rain's penetrated my cloak and coat, getting straight to my skin. Not a good idea to keep on looking around now. as I was looking for a place to shelter myself from the rain. Huh? Oh, shit! I'm paralyzed. Are you searching for Mr. Rune's gravestone? I couldn't even speak. My hairs were all standing on end. Oh, man. I was keeping my guard up this whole time. I was prepared to cast Mana Craft in case worst came to worst. But despite that, you, and more importantly, she had no presence, just like when we'd first met. And on top of that, her eyes, this girl, just who, what are you? Sarah's face remained expressionless as the rain battered against it relentlessly. It took everything in me just to keep my eyes open, but Sarah's eyes didn't even blink. You will not find Mistress's headstone here. Why? You Rune herself. You can say. You're not making any sense. This property is under the Jevitz group of companies. Trespassing is not allowed. Miss Rotona, I hope you understand the situation you are in. She speaks softly but firmly. I think we need to get the fuck out of here. Please, do not trouble Master Rudo or Jevitz Enterprise. That's a frown. Oh! Leave the city as soon as you can. Well then, if you will excuse me. And with those parting words, Rune disappeared into the forest. Well, might have just been me. But it felt like I saw loneliness creep into expression for just a moment. Well,